I couldn't resist. The Potty Dance song. It doesn't have a lot of music, okay? I thought about it from all these road trips we did. Moving every 2.5 years and traveling every year. So, as well as for myself. And now instances with my grandkids. So, it goes, sometimes I wish I was still in diapers. Mom, are we there yet? No, not yet. I wiggle to the left, I wiggle to the right. I cross my legs very tight. I'm bouncing up and down in my seat, doing the potty dance. Oh, what a treat. Mom, Mommy, we're running out of time. Hold on, I'm going as fast as I'm allowed to. Ah! I wiggle to the right, I wiggle to the left. My movements are not very deft. I'm bouncing around in my seat, doing the potty dance. Oh, what a treat. Mom! Just 5 more minutes and we'll be at a rest stop. I sit still. I'm afraid to move. My bladder's almost overflowing. What's a kid to do? I scrunch at my eyes and will with all my might to hold on a little bit longer, not wanting to lose this fight. I hear my mom say, come on, let's go. My body is screaming to get on with the show. I jump out of the car and run as fast as I can, as the potty dance is now at its end. However, I'm dancing a jig all the way. Hurry, hurry. My mind says that day, I'm almost there. Sound effects. Whew, I made it. As we're leaving, the potty dance forgotten, and it just seems so far away. I turn to my mom, smiling, and say, Mom, I'm thirsty. Can I get something to drink? The end. And that's about it. So, I get it doesn't have a lot of music. I figured you guys really didn't want to hear me sing. So, yeah, do you like my kid's voice? Honestly, there's sometimes, just to freak my roommate out. I just want to walk out of my room and be, what's up? Of course, the last thing what's wrong with me. Nothing. Why? What are you talking about? And dart my eyes back and forth, and he's got a pretend sword, and pick it up and go, I wonder. And look at him and giggle. Yeah, I actually don't want to scare him. Maybe I do. Nah. The sword's not sharp anyways. But still. No, at one point I thought about honestly pretending that, that there was a moat around the house. And so when he had friends over, I'm just a trip to live with. And I was going to be like, how'd you get across the moat? It's got big piranhas in it and alligators. I see you lost a leg on that one. And just mess with them. But my kids would get it. They might actually play along, but I'm not sure these guys would. Yeah. Sense of humor. So yeah, I just kind of do it in my own head. I'll walk through a room and I'll have my own dialogue and I just keep walking and I get to the end and then I just start laughing and nobody has a clue what I'm laughing about. But it makes life fun. It makes maybe what's mundane not mundane. So there is so much of a world out there. We have fantasy for a reason. Obviously, we have imaginations, and it's good to use it, but you got to stay in reality too. When I was growing up, that was kind of hard. I kind of lived half in this world and half in my fantasy world, So I actually lived in a castle with a moat, and I could keep out the dragons, the cruel dragons at the time. I got some flying overhead. A helicopter. See, and then I turned the dragons into nice dragons. But imagination's great. It's something a lot of people lose when they get older. You know, when I'm driving and I see hills and mountains and everything, I pretend underneath them there's sleeping giants. And one day they might wake up. Before we had science and studies and everything else, a lot of our folklore came from people having imagination, because they needed to explain it somehow. So maybe if a mountain grumbled, they assumed it was this big sleeping giant and it's gonna wake up and it's gonna chomp us all. You know, there had to be more explanations. They needed to know. The stories are just amazing and wonderful. Some of them are actually, they teach us a lesson. Stories are there for a reason. They're created. Can you imagine in a world if all you had to read was just documentaries? Okay, I love documentaries, don't get me wrong. However, because somebody else is writing them, and you can't, and you're not directly always with another person, usually, when you're writing them, and everyone sees perspectives differently, a lot of them aren't completely all fact, they're theory. So it's remembering that. It's remembering as we learn things that there's holes that were filled in. And sometimes years later, they realize that the hole that was filled in was wrong. Their theory was wrong. So you just don't know. The world's forever changing. What we think we know down the road, we really didn't know. So, write your own stories. Whether it's your own story, whether it's true, shorts, whatever. It's your story. Write it in your head if you want. Live your life. Do what you need to do. But just don't be afraid to be you. So, Dr. Seuss had a lot of good things going on, you know. Schools celebrate what he wrote. I'm sure when he was a kid, he didn't say he was going to grow up and be this famous author that after his death everyone was going to remember. Picasso died before he was even famous. You never know where your life's going to take you or what's going to happen. Even after we leave this world, somehow we all carry on one way, shape, or form. Look at the genealogy on the computer. So leave something behind worthwhile for people to remember. Even if it's just kindness. Somewhere, somehow, you will always be remembered. So. Okay, I was a shy little girl who couldn't even call up and make a doctor's appointment or order food to go. And used to stutter, had a lisp. I had a teacher in first grade that actually had me teach. It was ITA, reading to other kids. As I went up in grades from first grade to second grade all the way through till sixth grade, which helped, along with speech therapy, mind you. So, but it was neat. She was probably the first person in my life that believed in me. So, in fact, her birthday, and I remember it all this years, is May 18th, and her name was Mrs. Tibell, for those of you who live in the area. I've never forgot her. I still see her, and I still hug her after all these years, and I'm 53 years old. And she was my teacher when I was 6, so that tells you a lot. She will leave a legacy behind, because I'm telling you about this teacher that was so special. Okay? My kids know. So you never know what's going to carry on behind you. You just be the best you can be and do the best you can do. That's all you can do, and be yourself. And no harm to others. So respect others. Respect will carry you far. Even if someone disrespects you, it doesn't mean you have to do the same thing that they do and turn around. Take the high road. You know? Otherwise, so if someone turns around and disrespects you, turn around and disrespect them back, did you really gain something? Technically, no. Because you lost your own self-respect by doing that. I guess perspective is everything. Some people don't see it that way. Some people see it as they defended themselves. In my own case, I see that I lowered myself to their level of disrespect. So I try not to do it. Doesn't mean I don't do it at times, let me tell you. So, well, have a good day. You see the deck. I'm so excited now that summer's here and I can actually sit out here. I need to make a place on the porch for my office chair that I can wheel in and out because it's got a cloth seat to write out here. But it's gorgeous. Y'all have a great day. Thanks. Later. I'm back to writing. Yeah, I like my green nails. Look, if I went like this, it would be a pumpkin with the orange. Creativity.